different flavors. I'm with my lifesaver. Ooh, feel like Darth Vader. I'm a boss, you know I might riff it. Ooh, right in my basement. Yeah. But you know that I'm gon' face it. Wait, that's the reason that they mad. Color Uzi, yeah, he made it. Yeah, I would that rap for I made it. Yeah, I would that rap for I made it. Yeah, got that rap all in my basement. Yeah, once I got patience. Yeah, I'm famous. Yeah, put my side beside Mark Jacob. Hey, making no place with my lane.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. Tannehill's Packers going up against Stafford's Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, it's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. And this will be incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
10 yards to go on third. Again, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as well.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The ground. This is Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The play clock's running down. Stafford. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Packers get set to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And now running right through it. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry now for Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On first down, it's Stafford. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Tannehill on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. In motion left moves Nelson. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 2-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They come out here in the I. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bruce Irvin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just get...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Stafford now on second down. Dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. And the Eagles out in front early. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But over...
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Ladarius Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Tannehill, flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. Definitely took a shot.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Tannehill now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
In the red zone this time. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5. As he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Crowell. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Stafford going underneath for Crowell. And he is knocked down from the side. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play clock winding down. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. 10. touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and it's 3rd and short. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now it's Stafford, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clay Matthews in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One last throw here for Stafford. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A give. This is Montgomery. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit around the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Montgomery, a 1st down and then some. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Packers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6.